Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this awesome visual card trick that I definitely think you should learn. But before we get into the performance, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those post notifications on for more card and magic trick performance and tutorial videos like this one. And also guys, I did launch an Amazon page that has a collection of all the decks I use in my videos, along with magic tricks and magic accessories. So definitely check that out if you are interested. The link will be in the description. But anyways, let's get straight into this performance. Okay, so this trick only involves these 7 cards here, 5 of which are face up and the other 2 right here are face down. Those are just our placeholder cards and they are going to start on the bottom. So I would begin by showing my spectator the 5 face up cards we have. We got a 10, a 3, a king, a jack, and a 7. Now we're going to place the placeholder cards there on the end, sandwiching the 5 face up cards in the middle. I would ask my spectator to remove 4 of the 5 face-up cards from my hand and then keep 1 in the middle. So my spectator can remove any 4 that they want to. Let's say that they remove these, keeping the king of diamonds sandwiched in the middle as their selection. Now, what we're going to do here to start is just turn over your selection right here, the king of diamonds. As you can see, it does have a red back. Now, you may think that the other face-up cards have red backs because you have not seen what the backs of the cards are, what their color is. And as you can see, the backs of the other face-up cards are all blue, meaning that my spectator left in between the 2 placeholder cards the only red card in this entire pack. So what we're going to do here, guys, is turn over your king of diamonds. We're going to place it on the table, and now we're going to try something with your red-backed king of diamonds. I'm going to take the king. I'm going to insert it face up in between the pack of cards, just like this. And watch closely as I place the card in. As you can see, as I turn my hand over, as the king of diamonds goes through, it actually changes into a blue card, just like this. And there are no red-backed cards to be seen. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you want to learn how to perform it, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys liked that performance. This is a really great visual card trick that will definitely fool all your spectators. It's not that difficult to perform, and all you need in order to pull off this effect is a double-backed card with a different color on each side. All I did was I took 1 card from my red bicycle deck, 1 card from my blue bicycle deck. I just took the jokers and then used some double-sided tape to tape them together. And this is the only gimmick you need. It's really easy to make. Once you create this gimmick, you're ready to go. So you have your gimmick, then you're going to take out 6 cards from either the red or blue deck that you're using, or whatever, 2 different colored decks that you're using. I just took 6 random cards from this blue deck here. They can be any cards that you want to. And here's the setup. So you're going to take out 1 of the 6, and this is going to be one of your face down cards. The gimmick goes on top. The other normal card goes right below it. The other 5 are face up, and you just place these 2 cards on top. Gimmick, regular card, then the other 5, and make sure these 2 colors are the same, and they do need to match the backs of your 5 normal cards. For example, if you started with the red gimmick on top, this would need to be a red card, and the other 5 would need to be red. Just keep that in mind. You can do it either way. But for this trick, I'm going to be using blue cards, and the mud mismatch card is going to be red. So here's your setup. You go up to your spectator with these 7 cards, gimmick on top. You're going to explain to them that you're using 7 cards for this trick, 5 of which are face up. And as you're spreading out these cards, here's what I like to do. I like to square up the gimmick and other face down card there on top. I just turn them over casually like this. What you're doing is you're showing your spectator the normal card right here that's on the bottom, and it makes it seem like these 2 cards both have faces. You just do it casually like that, but try not to do what I did there. Make sure you keep them as square as possible. You do not want to flash the red, so just do it quickly, then you spread them out. Don't turn them over like this and accidentally flash the red. You want to keep it concealed, keep them square, turn it over, spread them out. You're going to place these on the bottom, and then you're just going to spread out the 5 face-up cards. You can just say their values. We have a king, a 3, a 10, a 7, and a jack. Now at this point, you're back to your normal setup. You're going to place 1. The top card now is going to be the gimmick. That goes right there on the bottom. And then you have now your 5 face-up cards sandwiched in between your regular blue-back card and the gimmick on the bottom. Tell your spectator to remove 4 of the 5. They can remove any 4, and they're going to keep 1 sandwich, and that is going to be their selection. So let's say your spectator removes these 4, keep them face up, and the one card they left in the middle, that is going to be their selection, in this case the 10 of diamonds. Now here's what you have. You got the normal card there on top that's face down, and then you have the gimmick on the bottom. You're going to square these 3 cards up, and here's an important move. You're going to lift up the normal card, and as you're lifting it up, you're going to turn these 2 cards over, their selection and the gimmick, because you need to get that gimmick now sandwiched in the middle. So you're lifting it up, you're going to turn the cards over with your finger. Just do it quickly like that, and it makes it seem like now the back of their selection is red, because right before your spectator was looking at, they were looking at their selection just like this. That was sandwiched in between 2 blue cards. Your spectator saw this, you square them up, you lift up the normal card. It's only one. You're going to turn it over quickly. Try not to have them look at this card for too long that's there in the middle, or else they may catch on to the move. So you lift it up, flip them over like this. Your spectator's now going to see 2 blue cards. They think these are the 2 placeholder cards, and this is their selection. But in reality, you have now the gimmick in the middle, just like this. Keep it face down, obviously. You're going to tell your spectator, okay, the back of your card is red, but in reality, their card is on the bottom. So keep these cards square. You're going to as you're talking to your spectator, you're going to bring this one, your original placeholder card, to the bottom. You have these 4 cards. Tell your spectator, okay, you may think that these are red because you have not seen the backs. You're going to turn them over and show them that they are all blue, and explain that the only one that they left was the red backed card, but in reality it's the gimmick. These 4 go on the bottom, and now you're going to get in position to do a double lift. So you can, to make it easier, you can just spread out the cards a little bit, show them the blue ones, and as you square up the deck, get a pinky break below the gimmick, and then their selection is going to be right below it. So you square them up like this. You do your double lift. You're going to tell your spectator, okay, we're going to turn over your card. You're turning over the double, and then all you do is push off their card, and the other side of the gimmick is going to be showing here on top, concealing that, red back. Your spectator is really convinced that this is a red backed card, but in reality it's blue. Place that there onto the table. And now this is the finale of the trick. This is a really cool visual part. You're going to turn this pack face up, kind of get in the grip, thumb on the bottom, your 4 fingers can be on top, and you're going to kind of bevel the cards out a little bit with your pointer finger. You're going to take their selection. At this point, you need to keep it face up. Don't turn it over yet, because that is going to ruin the reveal. So keep it face up. You're going to insert the card in face up into the middle of your pack here. And as you're pushing the card in, and once you kind of get it to the end, once you can kind of judge right there at that point, once you kind of see it peeking out, you're going to turn your hand over. And as you're turning your hand over, you're going to be pushing their selection in. And it makes it seem like the red back is just disappearing and turning into a blue backed card. And then you can spread out these onto the table, showing that all the cards are now blue with no red backed cards in sight. But in reality, you do have your gimmick at the end. Yeah, it's going to be on top. So as you spread out the cards, keep in mind your gimmick's on top. If you want to come off completely clean, you can casually palm off that gimmick in your pocket and have your spectator examine the cards. But just make sure they don't, get too handsy with the cards or anything, or else they will see that you did use a gimmick. But guys, that's the trick. Not too difficult to perform. It's got a very visual effect. Remember, all your only gimmick is a double backed card with 1 different colors on each side. Blue and red bicycle decks work best. Make sure you check out the link in the description to my Amazon page, where you can easily find these decks of cards to use for this trick. Anyways, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Peace out.